Welcome everybody to Four Wheel Frenzy and to the first ever pre-race press conference. I'd like to thank all you guys for showing up and doing this with us. And we have a few questions right off the bat. All right, so Mason, you did a track walk today. What were your initial thoughts on the track?
Initial thoughts, they switched out the off camber for like a quad looking thing into a corner, which I think will be sick. I saw grates for the whole shot instead of concrete, which I'm a fan of. And I think it's going to shape out to be sick. It's going to be really rough, a lot of passing lines. I'm excited for tomorrow.
Awesome. How about you, Bryce?
Yeah, my initial thoughts on the track, I think Matt Walker's a great owner. I think he's excited to have us. I think the track's going to be good. Last year it was super good. It was honestly one of my favorite tracks. There's, not a ton of crazy stuff here, not big jumps, nothing really that stands out to anybody, but as a racer, it's super cool to go on a track and race two lines and have them develop different throughout the race. If you get stuck behind somebody, you can go outside or inside to pass them the alternate line that they take. But honestly, where I'm at with this whole ATV racing thing, I would love to just see good battles. Me and Zach had a great battle at Decker's. It was cool. I pointed at him there last year. I pointed back at Brandon here. I just want to see good battles. I kind of want to, really test myself. I've been riding with Mason at Zach's. He's been doing great. So, yeah, if we could all just, really get a good start, whoever starts first, I would love to do that. But, yeah, the track is super good here. I love the grates. And, yeah, I don't like concrete, so I'm glad that's changed. But, yeah, I just want to see good battles. I think the track will be phenomenal, and hopefully we can really get this going again and kind of get people watching our sport.
Awesome. Thank you. And, Zach, first of all, you going to bring the smoke this weekend like you did last round?
Dude, yeah, I'd like to continue this roll. Definitely don't like how Daytona started or how the first round started, but, yeah, the second round was sweet, so I know I have a little bit of home track advantage, but yeah, I'd like to keep the momentum rolling here. But yeah, as far as the track goes here, I didn't get a chance to race last year here because I was injured, but the track looks super sweet. A lot of different passing split lanes. There's some rough sections, some hard pack sections, so looks pretty similar to my track. The dirt's pretty similar. The grates look pretty sweet, so yeah, excited to see what tomorrow brings.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, so what were your initial thoughts on the track layout after your track walk?
Yeah, a couple little changes. I like that. There's a little quad kind of by the hole shot area. It looks cool. I'm really excited to ride the track. It looked so fun today, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, after the track walk, the track looks super fun. It looks like it's going to get rough, but yeah, I really enjoyed this track last year, so hopefully it gets a bunch of lines in it, and it's really racy and competitive, and should be a fun day.
Awesome.
Yeah, the track looks pretty sweet this year. A few changes from last year. Not as many split lanes, but hopefully after the track walk, it didn't look too deep like last year, so hopefully it gets a little deeper tomorrow. Looked a little more hard packed today, but yeah, we'll see how it is tomorrow.
Awesome. All right, so this next question is for Bryce, Brandon, and Chad. You guys are going to be have been the closest. So, what's going to be your strategy and your plan for catching and passing Joel and ending this winning streak that we have going on? Chad, you want to start?
Well, it starts here. There's probably no better time for me than this weekend, just being the track the way that it gets here and the conditions, the heat. I just got to put everything together, good starts. Be kind of nice if Joel got a subpar start and kind of had to work his way through the pack a little bit. But honestly, just put in best 20 minutes that I have and be strong the whole moto, mentally strong, and just be ready to fight. And that's what I'm going to be ready for tomorrow.
Awesome. How about you, Brandon?
Yeah, I think it's going to take, first off, I think we have to hole shot him for sure, and then nobody let him by. So what I mean by that is, if I pull the start, we got to battle that guy. We can't just let him by. So because it seems like when we do hole shot him, he gets to second place right away. So I think that's the start, and then just riding at a really high level, like Chad said, and being there the whole 20 minutes. He's fit, so it's going to take the whole 20 for sure. But I do think the whole shot matters a lot, and battling him, not letting him by.
Awesome. And Bryce, you've been second the first 2 races. What's your plan? How are we ending this?
Yeah, so I've been second. There's been a gap with Joel in first. As we all know, he's crazy on 4 wheels. But, yeah, we kind of got to start catching him. I have to start up front, obviously. I can't start behind him and try to expect to run with him. But I think before I worry about that, I got to worry about these 2 to the right of me, Brandon and Chad. They're riding really good this year. It's not easy. I've been second, fortunately for me. I got my hands full, though, so we got to worry about getting good starts tomorrow. Got to put in really good laps. And I'm kind of coming in here with a different mindset. These previous races, I've been kind of settling in to where I get second off the start, and then I just ride my race. I'm going to try to look forward, keep going the whole race, get 20 minutes, both motos of good riding, and I think we could give Joel a hard time. It's going to be a lot, but, yeah, that's what we're going for.
Sounds great. All right, so next question, I've got Jaden Launderville and Joey Norris here. You guys are both the rookies in this pro class this year. So with 2 races in, how does the pro class, like a day in the pro class, differ from racing in previous years?
It's a lot faster. I can say that. Compared to practicing and then racing in like pro-am, pro sport, the class is way faster, and it's just a different level.
Yeah, like Joey said, the intensity is way higher compared to last year Prime Pro Sport. It's just not the same. The length is a lot longer, obviously, so we got to be more fit on the bike, but it's definitely fun learning this year. So
awesome. Thanks, guys. All right, next I got Mason, Nick, and Max. You guys, who's your biggest rival on the track right now? Mason?
It really depends. I mean, the whole shot's my biggest thing right now, and my last few races I haven't been on top of the whole shot, so some races it's Wesley. I've battled with Zach, I've battled with Nick, anybody on this table I've raced with, so it just depends on the day, the track. Everybody has their favorite tracks, their least favorite tracks, and everybody has their strong days and off days, so it really is anybody on this table.
Awesome. How about you, Nick?
That's a tricky question. Rivalry. I feel like everybody is in a way. I mean, you can't overlook any of these guys. They're your competition. Everyone's out to take your spot and a little bit of money at the end of the day. So, I mean, if I have to choose someone, I got to go with Jeffrey Restrelia. And I feel like because we've both been in it so long and we've shared a lot of results within one position of each other, and we've had so many races where we're back and forth. And it's a high level of respect for each other. It's no disrespect, but he's a great rider. He's been in it a long time, so I got to go with my boy Restrelia down there.
All right. How about you, Max?
Man, same deal. Like, hard to pinpoint one specific rider. Definitely feel like obviously myself is my biggest struggle. Just not making stupid mistakes, and Mason was saying too. Like, definitely the whole shot. You're just so focused on trying to get up ahead of these guys because. Like Nick was saying, it's just so tight right now, speed-wise, to where you give someone an inch and they take the whole mile. So it's more just trying to keep yourself protected from everybody else.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you, guys. All right, so the next question we have here at Echeconnee, they have a metal grate over concrete start. What are your feelings on that versus a dirt or any other kind of hole shot?
I actually like the metal grate. It seems to be more consistent, so it's more about later in the whole shot, the turn and stuff that will really separate people, which I personally like. I know a lot of people run whole shot gearing and stuff like that and all tunes and stuff, so it'll be interesting to see what people do with that. But yeah, I really like it. It's more consistent, so yeah, it kind of evens out the playing field, which I really like, more competitive.
Okay. How about you, Jeffrey?
I really only like it because the last time we started on it, I got the first moto hole shot and then the second moto hole shot, second moto hole shot behind Joel, and I almost edged him out. So I really like it. It seems to suit my style a little bit. Like that day at Gatorback in 2023, like all my practice starts was perfect. Everything was good. So it's really about the right RPM and letting off that clutch just right and not dumping it, or if you can dump it, have the right amount of throttle. So yeah, I just really enjoy that. I really enjoy going off the metal grate. Like I said, what Adam said, it's consistent. So if it's not wet, it's the same every time. It doesn't change. So if you have it down, you have it down all day. Awesome. So it's
awesome.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Right on. And now, Kevin, have you, before coming over here, have you ever started on a different starting gate like this?
No, not really. Not even on concrete. So starting from concrete was already different for me, and metal grades I have never seen in Europe. So 2 years ago at Gatorback, it was first time for me. I haven't done really good on concrete, so hopefully grades work better for me, and my starts will be fine for tomorrow.
Awesome. All right, thank you guys. All right, so this next question was actually a submission from Jason Adams. What is your race day morning routine, and is there anything you do or avoid to get ready for the race?
Well, lately it's been my kids waking me up in the morning. So, yeah. No, honestly, just try to get that good night's sleep. And, like, even at Deckers, I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning, like, due to, like, being on the East Coast. And I usually get up around, like, 5:30 or so. So I was, like, just sitting there. But, yeah. But honestly, like, I just try to wake up on the right side of the bed, be ready for the day, get mentally ready. Yeah, just try to get a good meal in right away in the morning, because it's hard to get, the type of food that you need down throughout the day. And but yeah, just be mentally ready is the biggest thing.
Awesome. How about you, Bryce?
Yeah, I try to wake up 10 minutes before the first qualifier, try to make it to the first qualifier. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, try to get a really good night's sleep. Just wake up and try not to stress really about the racing. Just trust your ability, kind of believe that you're going to do well on the track that you're riding. Eat a good meal, and just stay calm throughout the day, and not really overthink it. Like, I try to rely on my ability, like I keep saying, to pull me through the tough times, and I feel like that's been working well. Just not overthinking it, and knowing that I have the endurance to do the 20-minute motos is the biggest thing, because if you worry about that, you're likely to go out there, get arm pumped, get tired, a lot of things like that. But yeah, I just have a simple routine. My fiance really helps me, gets me meals, everything like that, so it's pretty easy. I just have to ride the quad.
Awesome. How about you, Joel?
All right, so morning routine, he asked. Jason here? All right.
Yep.
So, yeah, the morning for me is just, I get up probably 7 a.m. now, unless I'm woken up before that, before the kids, and immediate meal, and then trying to intake fluids as soon as I can. Even if it's not a hot day, like, I still want to try to get fluids down as soon as I can. Carbon up, obviously, before each qualifier, before the main and both mains. Really nothing, that you wouldn't do if you weren't going to the practice track. You just got to eat. Like, since it's race day tomorrow, if I wanted a sub from Publix, like, I would have a sub from Publix. Like, I'm not going to change my diet just based on the day. It doesn't, like, when I'm practicing, if I had that sub, I'll ride fine. So if I wanted to eat a sub, I'm going to eat a sub. So it's just like, everybody's different, and for me, like, if I could eat that would be the best case scenario, because it is very hard to eat on race day. So most of us, I'm sure, you'll see us sipping on something all day, and that's probably carbohydrates or electrolytes or something to give us some energy, because those 20-minute motos, they take it out of you. So we always got to be prepared.
Awesome. Well, thank you, guys.
Yep.
All right, so the next question I got here is, we're starting to see a lot more titanium components on the bikes now. Do you think that they are actually helping at the end of the day?
I think we're still in testing with it. It's so new, but as far as how much we're going with now, but I can definitely feel a difference from a non-titanium bike to a full titanium bike, per se. You definitely feel the lighter difference, I think, and then, the lighter the bike you have, the more horsepower, or what I'm trying to say, like weight.
Like a power to weight
ratio. Yeah, weight transfers to horsepower. So, yeah, I think there's a difference for sure. How much of a difference, I'm not sure, but there's definitely I can definitely feel a difference.
Awesome. How about you, Marshall?
Well, I do think there is a difference in the bikes whenever they are properly fitted with the titanium hardware. Where you lose and gain your weight at is important. You might want to move some weight around on the quad. You might want to lighten up the front end, weight up the rear end. So, it does play a factor. I work with metal every day, so I see how it can really change the weight just a little bit. Putting a few titanium bolts here and there can really make a big difference. So, and at the level these guys are at, then every little thing helps. So yeah, I think it's making a difference.
Awesome. Okay. And Chad, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we've dabbled with titanium quite a while, and even back when I rode it with Suzuki in 07, 08, and back then they didn't let me use it because I broke a lot of stuff, so they didn't put it on my machine. But I know, and today it's a lot of I am more like the bolt kind of guy. I'm not doing a whole lot of titanium chassis parts and stuff like that. I still like the way that a chromoly framework and stuff like that. I like the way that it flexes, and the titanium can provide quite a bit. It depends on how you brace it, but it can really flex a lot. And I think the YFZR chassis provides a pretty decent flex on the machine. So I tend to just use bolts here and there. And obviously you're kind of figuring out what if the juice is worth the squeeze or not. So yeah, it's good things to have. I have some on my machine. So. Just kind of just use the testing phases of all that. So
awesome. Well, thank you guys. Yeah.
You better be recording.
It's recording right now. Yeah.
You better be. All right, hit me. What do we got?
All right, for you three.
No, how have you been? Let me interview you. How's it been?
You can talk to me later. All right. So in between races, what's your training regimen?
Train? Well, let's ask the guys that actually train.
I'm asking you right now. What is your training regimen in between rounds?
Normally wake up, get a Ghost Energy to get me going, and then I go to work. Like this week, training was a 40x80 pole barn and a 40x40. That was training. And then you come home, depending on how you feel, come home at 5:30. Go figure out if you want to work on a quad or maybe try and ride, but normally I'm tired and I just prep, work on the track, maybe ride 10 minutes, and then call it a day.
All right. Kevin, what are you doing for training in between rounds?
Right now I'm trying to ride as much as possible. I've been down at Tecker training facility, just wake up, warm up, go ride, and wash the bike, later do some recovery training like cycling, easy running, and yeah, just wake up, do the same thing, try to ride. And for me it's important because I changed my throttle for this year, went from twist to thumb throttle, so I need to get used to it and ride as much as possible.
Awesome. JJ?
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to be staying down south for the first few rounds, so I get to ride quite a bit in between. I try to ride 2 days on, 2 days off usually, and then I'm on the box performance with Brandon Hogue, so he's either got us running, biking, or rowing, or in the gym, so whatever he's got us doing on top of all that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Kevin, just you, buddy. So Kevin, you just touched base on it, but you rode twist throttle for many years, and you've just converted to a thumb throttle. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've been riding with twist throttle from the beginning, since I started for 17 years now. I have wanted to switch for years, but never made it happen because in Estonia, when you have off season, we can't ride. So the season just comes up and I just don't have any riding to prepare for the season. So last year I just decided to make it happen. After the last race at Quad Cross of Nations, I put the thumb throttle on and here we are.
That's awesome. All right, so this question here, Bryce, I feel like this was aimed towards you because it was your fiance that submitted it, but we'll start with you, Zach.
All right.
Do you have a lucky item that you use or wear on race day?
That I use or wear?
Yes.
Do I? I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't. It sounds like you do, though.
How about you, Bryce?
I'm not sure really, but what's the question?
Do you have a lucky item that you use or wear on race day?
That I use or wear? No, I don't.
Let's be honest here.
I don't. I really don't. A lucky item that I use or wear. Let me sound intelligent here. I don't.
You don't.
I don't know.
How about you, Mason? You're thinking hard on this. You wear like women's underwear, don't you?
No, I mean, the only thing I really wear is this bracelet, but that's about it.
Is there something behind the bracelet?
Not really.
Do you wear that every day?
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Oh.
Yeah. You got like dirty socks you're wearing all the time?
No.
Dirty sock.
No.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. All right, Joel, just you and me right now. So you did a track walk today. What were your thoughts on the track for tomorrow?
I thought the track walking it today was different than last year. As far as like the roughness goes, it seemed a little bit dry this time. It definitely wasn't as rough as last year. End of the day today, for sure. But it was still rough, still good. It's a good racetrack, lots of passing, lots of split lines. I think Matt's probably going to submerge it with water because it's nice, dry, 80 degrees. I think he's going to have to and get it wet and till it up. And I think we'll probably see a little bit of a difference in the dirt tomorrow. And, either way, though, the way it turned out today, I would love it. Fast, pretty rough, not gnarly, hard packed in spots. And if it gets really rough, that'd be cool too. I think I would excel either way. But like as it is right now, I feel like I could ride that track really good as well. But like last year was definitely rougher, challenging, hot. And I think that's what we're in for tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you this weekend. And I'd like to thank all the riders for coming out to this. I'd like to thank anyone that's watching for checking this out. And this is the first pre-race press conference at the 2025 Echeconnee MX National. And for the next one, if you have questions, get them submitted so I can ask them.